The jewelry collection of the Japanese Imperial Family is steeped in tradition and symbolism, with the ancient royal regalia being the oldest and most symbolic collection. The ancient regalia, also called the Three Sacred Treasures, consists of three artifacts believed to be of divine origin: a sword, a jewel, and a mirror. According to the mythology surrounding these artifacts, the goddess Amaterasu is believed to have bequeathed them to her grandson Ninigi, who descended from heaven to Japan to establish a peaceful reign. Each of these artifacts represents the three characteristics an earthly leader should espouse. The sword represents valor, the jade jewel represents benevolence, and the mirror represents wisdom. These artifacts remain a mystery and a symbol of the role of the imperial family plays in Japan. They make appearances in accession ceremonies, but they're always boxed. Their last appearance was in 2019 at Emperor Naruhito's accession to the Chrysanthemum throne. Whereas these artifacts symbolize the divine rule of the empire, other imperial jewel collections also have their symbolism, notably the use of white gems. All jewelry the empresses and princesses wear for official events is made from white gems. White is a symbolic color in Japan that represents the sacredness of the sun gods. The empire uses white to denote spiritual and physical purity. The Meiji tiara is one of the most iconic tiaras in the Japanese imperial family. It was commissioned shortly after the Meiji Restoration and is the first Western-style imperial jewel. First made in the late 1800s for Empress Haruko, this Western-style diamond scroll tiara debuted at the 1887 official incorporation of Western dress at the imperial court. The Meiji tiara has recurring diamond motifs and two detachable toppers, one made of diamond stars and the other of large round diamonds. Various empresses have worn it with either of the toppers or plainly without any toppers. Following Emperor Meiji's death, Empress Sadako would be the next wearer of the Meiji tiara. She wore the tiara in her first official portrait and later during official events until her husband died in 1926. Empress Nagako became the new wearer of the tiara, wearing it in all three iterations to different imperial visits and state banquets. She passed the tiara down to Empress Michiko, whose husband, Emperor Akihito, acceded the throne in 1989. Empress Michiko wore the tiara for various state occasions, but stopped wearing it following her declining health, which made it uncomfortable to don the diadem. The tiara has been a primary diadem for Empress Masako since the accession of Emperor Naruhito to the Chrysanthemum throne after Emperor Akihito abdicated in 2019. She first wore the tiara at her husband's accession ceremony and the 2020 Japanese New Year's reception. Before we proceed to the next imperial gem, hit that subscribe button to join the Jewel Club family. The Imperial Chrysanthemum tiara is another iconic jewel of the Japanese Empire. The chrysanthemum flower is an important symbol in Japan, representing the emblem of the Japanese emperor. The stylized 16-petal chrysanthemum is a prominent motif on the Imperial Chrysanthemum tiara. The centerpiece features the largest flower motif. The motifs on either side of the centerpiece reduce in size the further they are from the centerpiece. Between each chrysanthemum flower are diamond leaf motifs. The tiara originally belonged to Empress Sadako and passed to Empress Nagako after the Empress Dowager's death in 1952. Empress Nagako made several notable appearances in the Imperial Chrysanthemum tiara, including Crown Prince Akihito's 1959 wedding and several state visits. The tiara also became Empress Michiko's favorite in the 1990s following her growing health problems, which prompted her to stop wearing the Meiji tiara. Empress Michiko wore the Imperial Chrysanthemum tiara on several occasions, including the 1991 wedding of Prince Akishino and the Japanese state visits to Malaysia and Thailand. She also wore the tiara during the 1998 state visit to the UK and Denmark and the 1999 state visit to Luxembourg. She continued donning this diadem until 2012, when she stopped wearing tiaras altogether. The tiara was then passed on to Empress Masako, who first wore it during the 2024 imperial visit to the UK. She paired the diadem with a white dress and a diamond necklace, and we hope to see more of this and the Meiji tiara on Empress Masako in the future. The Imperial Chrysanthemum tiara and the Meiji tiara are reserved for the Empress. However, the Japanese honeysuckle tiara became part of the imperial collection following the death of its owner, Princess Chichibu. It is believed that Princess Chichibu received this diadem along with a matching diamond necklace as part of her wedding gift. She wore the honeysuckle tiara for the first time on her wedding day and later when attending several official duties on behalf of the empire. The diadem features palmette motifs separated by diamond loops. Inside these loops and on the palmette motifs are various sized diamonds. The tiara became part of the imperial jewelry collection after Princess Chichibu died in 1995, as Prince and Princess Chichibu did not have children to inherit their jewels. Once in the imperial vaults, it became another favorite for Empress Michiko, who wore it on several occasions, such as the 2006 Diamond Jubilee for the King of Thailand. Although she wasn't an empress, Princess Chichibu was popular among the Japanese and the British royal family. She was loved for her charisma and served as the bridge between English-speaking diplomats in Japan. She was also popular for her fashion choices, including her jewelry collection. One notable piece in her collection is her pearl and diamond tiara. She and her husband commissioned the jeweler Mikimoto to make the tiara in the mid-1930s. The tiara consists of circle motifs decked with diamonds and a pearl pendant in the center of each circle. She commissioned this tiara as part of a parure consisting of a 3-strand pearl and diamond necklace with a pearl pendant encircled in a pear-shaped diamond frame. The tiara was last seen on Princess Mikasa in 1997, and Empress Masako wore the necklace in several public appearances after she became empress. Empress Masako has not been shy about donning the Japanese imperial jewels, a trend she started as crown princess. Her favorite piece as crown princess was the iconic pearl sunburst parure, a suite of jewels consisting of a tiara, a mirror necklace, and a diamond scroll brooch. The necklace and tiara consist of thin diamond rays projecting from the flat base of the necklace. The design is believed to have been inspired by the Roman-style kokoshnik headpieces. The sunburst design in the tiara and mirror necklace is also believed to be symbolic of the origin of the Japanese Empire. Based on mythology, the empire descended from the sun goddess. Thus, the rays of the necklace are a nod to this origin. This parure seems to be reserved for the crown princesses. It was first worn by Crown Princess Michiko and later by Crown Princess Masako. While we haven't seen it in public, we might see Crown Princess Kiko wearing it in the future. And speaking of Crown Princess Kiko, she owns one of the most iconic tiaras, the Akashino tiara. She first wore the tiara to her 1990 wedding to Prince Fumihito. Although its provenance remains unknown, this piece is one of the remarkable sparklers in the Japanese Imperial Jewelry collection. It is a symbolic piece decked with iris flower motifs, another symbolic flower, and Princess Kiko's imperial emblem. As is customary in the Japanese Imperial Family, Princess Akashino received the tiara as part of a parure consisting of a mirror necklace and a coordinating brooch. She wore this tiara on many official occasions, making it one of her favorite pieces. In 2019, following her new position as the Crown Princess of Japan, she began wearing the tiaras of the Japanese Crown Princesses, including the iconic Diamond Scroll tiara. The Diamond Scroll tiara is believed to have been commissioned in 1958 for Princess Michiko. She wore it for the first time to her 1959 wedding to Emperor Naruhito. This tiara is part of a parure with a mirror necklace that Princess Michiko often paired in her numerous official appearances. She also alternated the tiara with the pearl sunburst tiara, which she received as a wedding gift. Later, she wore the Diamond Scroll tiara with a smaller diamond necklace often seen in her official appearances in the 1970s. This tiara became part of Princess Misako's collection after Emperor Akihito was ceded to the throne in 1989. Princess Misako would also wear this diamond scroll parure for her 1993 wedding and continued to wear it throughout the 1990s for state banquets and New Year's receptions. Later, she received the Pearl Starburst parure, which became a new favorite. The diamond scroll tiara would make another notable appearance in 2019 when Crown Princess Kiko wore it to Emperor Naruhito's accession ceremony. Later that year, she wore the tiara for the enthronement banquet and the enthronement parade. It has also become one of her favorite pieces, which she often wears to the annual Japanese New Year's receptions. It is customary among royals worldwide to gift jewels on major milestones. For the Japanese Imperial Family, the 20th birthday is a major milestone that marks the beginning of adulthood and their official duties as adult members of the Imperial Family. For this milestone age, the princesses of the Imperial Family receive a parure consisting of a tiara, a mirror necklace, a bracelet, and a corresponding brooch. For her 20th birthday, Princess Kako, the granddaughter of Emperor Akihito, received a diamond parure. The parure made by the Japanese jeweler Mikamoto mirrors her mother's Akashino tiara with its iris flower motifs and diamond festoons. The tiaras of the Akashino princesses, including those of the former Princess Mako, are all inspired by the original Akashino tiara. They often wore their parures during the Japanese New Year's reception. However, Princess Mako's parure reverted to the Japanese imperial vaults after she abdicated her royal duties by marrying her longtime boyfriend Komuro and moving to New York. And now let's end this video with a few pieces from the Mikasa branch of the Imperial Family. One of their notable pieces is the Mikasa Pearl Drop Tiara, which features round pearl pendants in diamond arches. These diamond arches rest on a flat base decked with ribbon-like diamond scrolls. The tiara was first worn by Princess Yasuko of Misaka and reverted to the Royal Imperial Vaults after she married a commoner, thus losing her royal title. Since then, the tiara has made a few appearances, notably by Yasuko's sister, Princess Takamado, who wore it to Princess Sophia of Sweden's wedding. Princess Takamado is notable among the imperial princesses for her large collection of beautiful jewelry. An iconic piece in her collection is her diamond laurel wreath Bondo tiara. The tiara's provenance is unknown, but Princess Takamado has worn it on numerous formal occasions since the 1980s. The Bondo is a standalone piece which she pairs with her diamond cluster necklace. That's it for today's video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our sparkly updates.